So my friend created this. It is my profile picture. I don't know exactly what it's made out of. It's made out of wires, glue, whatever. And I put it in my background because I like it a lot. So now that's in the background. So yeah.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
Inside Out. I actually did my calculations wrong because now I'm rushing to watch 3 Toy Story films. I thought I had 3 nights to watch them, but I have 2. Actually, because I watched it Inside Out instead of watching Toy Story, but whatever. So Inside Out's essentially the story about a girl named Riley, and it goes inside of her mind and shows all the emotions inside of her mind at a time where she's going from being a little child to a teen, and it's in that little transition area. She's moving to San Francisco, she's stressed and she's sad, and then we see all the emotions and how they interact. So yeah. Okay, first of all, I don't know how I was feeling going into it. I was probably just excited because Pixar, and I saw it when it was in theaters. Well, I can't say this is not the first Pixar movie I saw in theaters. I've seen every Pixar film in theaters since Cars, except for a couple of specific films, which are The Good Dinosaur and Brave. Didn't see those in theaters. Saw every single other one in theaters. First thing I'll say is that this is a beautiful animation, and that's all I'm going to say about the animation. It's beautiful, it's expressive, all the designs of the emotions are cool. It's beautiful animation. And the first thing I'll say is this movie's freaking genius. Like, everybody agrees Inside Out's one of the best Pixar films, and it's genius. But the premise alone just makes this a genius film. There are films around there, sure, about emotions inside of heads, but nothing to this level, and nothing with this much imagination, creativity, wordplay. There's a lot of wordplay, like the train of thought. I just think that's hilarious. The brain freeze, things like that. It works. It essentially explains the human mind. Can you do that? I don't think you can. Also, all the emotions are likable in their own way. Like, Sadness is a likable character. I don't know how, but she is. And Joy, who should be really annoying, is a really interesting character. She's basically like the mother figure to Riley. She cares about Riley. I like that. Pixar has a really good way of making a father-son relationship. They do it in a lot of their films, and they do it great here again. Anger is the best. He's hilarious. Perfect casting. Fear is surprisingly really enjoyable. Disgust is probably my least favorite, but she's okay. I think that, well, they're all great, so. And then the cherry on top, this film has a freaking great message. Have you ever seen a film, after Inside Out, that says that sadness is good? That you need sadness? It's one of the most important messages? You didn't think so. Yeah. Bing Bong, who should be a very dislikable character. Very annoying, just not funny. Is funny, likable, and he makes you cry. I also didn't mention that you're gonna cry watching this film. I've seen this film probably 10 times, and every time I've at least choked up a bit. Because it's really sad. It does one little thing that's like, oh, that's so sad. And then there's another thing, and you're like, oh my god, that's so sad. And then there's another thing, and you're like, oh my god. And then you start crying. So you cry 3 times in a row. Comedy-wise, it's hilarious. I love the way not only that they explain things in the human mind, but I like the conversation that the mother and the father have when Riley's acting weird because Joy and Sadness are gone. I like how their conversation, I think it's funny. Also, one thing that's weird is that you would think that she's just being weird in this film, but like you could see her as just being, okay, she's just being weird. This doesn't make any sense. Like, she doesn't seem human. Riley, I don't even say Riley. Riley seems human the entire time. Even when Joy and Sadness are gone, you'd expect it to be like, okay, this is weird. Why is she acting so weird? But throughout the whole film, it doesn't feel like that. When she's asleep, when she's like talking to her parents, it doesn't seem like she's like dead. Weirdly enough, you'd think it would be weird, but the filmmakers of this film are so freaking genius that they're able to make it not feel weird or awkward. One thing I really liked was how when Riley's walking around, sometimes it'll show her face, and you'll hear all the emotions inside of her head, and they'll be making little remarks like, okay, this is good, alright, yeah, we got this, yeah, it's good, and I liked that. I thought it was cute. I really liked the idea of it. It actually worked. It seems like voices in their head. Like, it works. I do hear the thing a lot that it's like, why are all the people in the mom's mind female and all the ones in the dad's mind male? Well, the reason why is because that's for comedic purposes, and Riley is there because they're not all female because it's supposed to connect to a wide demographic. Not saying that guys can't empathize with girls, because that's not true at all. I'm saying that the wide market is what they're trying to reach, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. And the other two are only there for comedy, and it's funny, so who cares? It's such a simple premise, but it's so genius and so phenomenally well made that I can't help but drop my jaw to this entire film. Literally every human on the planet could relate to this film, unless you don't have emotions, unless you're a sociopath. Then you couldn't. But pretty much everybody can relate to this film. I hear kids sometimes, because kids freaking suck, they'll say, oh, I hate Inside Out, that movie's stupid, because they're kids and they suck. I've already said that. But a lot of kids actually will do that. They'll say that they think this film sucks because it's a Disney film. And they probably haven't rewatched it since they saw it in theaters in 2015, because not a lot of people rewatch films. I've seen this film a million times. I adore it. And if I am being honest, this is probably my second favorite Pixar film. And it's not, it could be my favorite. Like, it could be. Because in the end, Inside Out is genius. It explains emotions perfectly. It's inventive, imaginative, hilarious, emotional. It's a great film. In fact, I will never say, I never want to say this, but I freaking want a sequel here. Like, people say, we want a sequel to Inside Out, but really, like, of any other Pixar film right now, that's the one I want a sequel to the most. Up sequel will never happen. WALL-E sequel I don't need. Ratatouille sequel just won't happen. Nobody cares. Cars 4, no. Incredibles 3 probably will happen. But I really want an Inside Out 2. I want to see it be like Toy Story. I want to see the emotions grow up with Riley. I want to see that. That sounds exciting. I like these emotions. And this film is pure genius. Even among it being my second favorite Pixar film, this might be, I don't think it's in my 10 favorite films, but I did make a list on Letterbox of 68 of my favorite films. So I took 68 of my favorite films, I ranked them in the release, and of course this film ranks on there. A lot of Pixar films do, but this film is up there, maybe as one of my favorite films. It's genius, emotional, and I cried. Like, for the 10th time. I'm going to give Inside Out an absolutely easy 10 out of 10. What did you... Okay, I say this a lot, but did you really watch this video thinking like a 9 or 8? If you did, whatever, but really, it's really obvious I'd give this film a 10. What do you guys think on Inside Out? Let me know in the comment section below. Nobody's been watching my Pixar reviews, so nobody will let me know their opinions in the comment section at all.